Hello. So I am watching Suits and I'm trying to skip past the part that plays the music because the thing about these shows, let me mute real quick so it'll stop playing music.
So much as try to get a job at a
So
legal
this
clinic. She's
is
gonna make it her life
research
because
because this happens
wasn't even on her
this
radar.
happens to a lot of people who gets out of prison because on episode season 6 episode 1, Mike Ross is trying to look for a job and he's fresh out of prison, and he one of the questions he's having challenges with when it asks, is he a convicted felon? And the thing about when you have a record, it's hard to find work. It's almost like they have to look for really low paying jobs that don't hardly pay anything because they're not worried about the records. Um, and it's hard when you want to redeem yourself to, to live a good life or live a better life when that fact that you're a convicted felon is weighing you down. And so Mike Ross, which is one of the characters, Harvey Specter is trying to help him get his law license back. And Harvey is the one that he used to work for. And if you don't know Suits, Mike Ross, he ended up, hey, how you doing? Mike Ross ended up with an interview and working as an attorney, and he did not pass Harvard. He was a fraud, and he didn't even have a law license. But he won a lot of cases. One of the reasons why he won a lot of cases is because he was taking a bar for other people and taking their tests for them, and he has a photographic memory. Hello, everyone. Tap on the screen. This is like an auto only. Tap on the screen. Hello, hello, hello. Don't be a stranger. Tap on the screen. We talking about the TV show Suits, and this is for research purposes. So we're talking about it, and this is a good episode because is there a redemption for people who are felons? A lot of felons go back to that behavior because they cannot find work. you know Now there are some states that actually create jobs for people who once was in prison or once was in jail that have records, and others don't. So is there any real redemption once you go to jail? So there, and a lot of convicted felons end up going back to jail because they go back to that behavior. And in this TV show Suits, which is what I'm talking about, make sure y'all tap on the screen. I'm going live later on today where I'll actually show my face and stuff, but I'm just talking about this TV show. This guy Mike Ross, he did a white collar crime, and he got sent to the federal pen because it was a federal prosecutor. But some people don't get it's not a federal expense. I mean,
because you can't accept the fact that I don't want to come back here. I wasn't trying to get you back. I was trying to help. I don't believe you, Mike. So you telling me you?
and then here's the thing about help. Who's to say that would somebody else, a lot of times we may have friends or we may have family and they want to help us help us but who's to say how they should help you? Because in this show, anyway, let me me change this photo. I'm gonna put a clearer photo. That one's better. Hey, make sure you tap on the screen. This is the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Tap on the screen if you can hear me. This is an audio only video. Tap on the screen if you can hear me. Tap on the screen if you can hear me. I see it's 15 people in there here. Tap on the screen because we're talking about this TV show, Suits. Any of you all watched the movies, not the movie, the TV show Suits before? You haven't. So you can't hear me or you haven't watched the show? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. So Suits is currently on Netflix. The show. Oh, you have watched it. Okay. Well, they tried to do a Suits LA, and apparently the Suits LA got canceled. Now I barely watched a few moments of Suits LA because I didn't think it was, hey, tap on the screen. Only one episode. And you didn't like it. You didn't like it. Hello, thank you for joining me. Young and Be Nice. You didn't like Suits? You didn't like Suits? Skylar. Random videos. I don't know who you talking to. But anyway, back to what I was saying is that a lot of people get records and then they go back to that behavior because they have a problem getting getting a job after they had a record. Okay, Skylar, random videos. I don't know what you're talking about. You said mango mustard. What are you talking about? Anyway, back to what I was saying. And in this episode in season 1, Ross, the prosecutor who prosecuted Ross comes up and says that she got all these calls because he had been trying to fill out an application and they're trying to find out what was going on with his case. And Harvey Spencer put him on her radar, trying to help him. And that's not what he wanted. He wanted to handle it himself. And here's the thing about help. People want to help you, but they don't actually ask you what you want help with. Because, they'll just assume that they see a need and say, hey, let me help this person with this. And it may not be an area where you really want help with. So you just saying random words. Those who know. So I think it's important, if you want to be helpful, that you ask people. And this is what brought me to just talking about Suits, and this is what makes it relevant to my channel, is that it's important that, yes, it's important that you recognize areas that you can help, but it's also important that you ask the person if they would like you to help them instead of jumping to conclusions that you know what's best for that person, because you don't know what that person wants. And Harvey, he really wants Mike back at the firm, and because he just lost Jessica Pearson. She just left the firm. And this is season 6, episode 1 I'm talking about. And so Mike has this separation anxiety because his mother left him, and his family wasn't the same after she left. So his anxiety came back.
Don't want me to come back here? Of course I do, and you can come back at any time, but that doesn't mean that I don't care what it means. And just to make it absolutely clear, in case there is any doubt, if by some miracle the hand of God touches me and I'm somehow able to practice law again, this is the last place that...
So he's confronting Mike Ross is confronting Harvey Spencer, telling him, listen, I don't want your help. You need to stop helping me because you're making things harder on me. And he keeps having to tell Harvey Specter that, but he's not listening because he's trying to soothe that separation anxiety. He said, Mike, I need you to be back with this. You don't understand. Y'all, tap on the screen. Where you from? Tap on the screen. We talking about Suits and redemption, or starting again. And so because Harvey did not get the response he wanted from Mike, the first thing he does is go attack. Hey, Sunshine. The first thing he does is go attack Lit. And Lit had already learned his lesson. He didn't take the moment to even, he tried to talk to him and make repentance of what he did because what he learned, and to confess to Harvey that he's realized that he's not ready for manager partner. But thank you, Sunship Soul. I appreciate it. But he did not even give him the opportunity to even talk. And I keep pausing it because it's once it start playing music, I don't want it to hurt my channel.
I was going to tell him, I was going to tell him he's the one that should be managing Korner.
Louis, you may have your flaws, but he had no right to talk to you like that.
Yes, he did. I did everything he said I did, and the reason I did it is because all I ever care about is for people to see me as more than I am.
Louis.
Funny thing is, all I ended up with was the shortest, most humiliating run.
Steve. How are you doing? So now his secretary, Gretchen, is trying to cheer up Lit after Harvey came in and humiliated him by screaming and talking to him crazy. Um and so he was like, everything Harvey said, and I deserved it. And I had the shortest run of managing partner. And he was like, I made a fool of myself. And she reassured him that he didn't. You got 10 associates to leave one of the best firms. Now I do have my messages up. If you leave a rude comment, then it won't be posted. Because I do have it blocked. Anyhow, I just came in on here for like maybe I wanted to get here on here at least 15 minutes. Y'all be sure to like the video. All right. Be sure to like the video. Yep, that's all I have to say about that. And I'm off.